since I revisited this series. A lot has happened, both on the channel and in my personal life and in the real world that has nothing to do with me. I know, who would have thunk it? The real reason why it took me so long is because there were just so many cartoons and comic shit that just came out, and I wanted to talk about it. Plus, I created a whole new show, and I got this other channel, and it's just been a lot, so forgive me for taking a while to continue the Disney arc, and we haven't even gotten to Disney yet. We're still at Universal. But regardless, I think it's high time that we jump right in and talk about Universal Islands of Adventure. I love this fucking park. Most of its biggest attractions were built in the late 90s. And you can clearly tell which part of the park was built in the 90s and which part came decades later. Nothing against the park, but it is so obvious when you really look at it, especially with Marvel Superhero Island. Weirdly enough, I don't really get this with Seuss Landing. Seuss Landing's a pretty timeless area, maybe because it's based on a pretty timeless IP. Honestly, a video about the history of Islands of Adventure is worth its own thing, but right now we're mainly focusing on my experience revisiting the park after 6 long years. But I do want to briefly talk about how Universal originally had a deal with Warner Brothers so that they could license out their stuff. They were going to have an area based off of DC and an area based off of the Looney Tunes. However, Warner Brothers backed out. And so, as a last-minute addition, Universal partnered with Marvel to make Marvel Superhero Island and literally whatever cartoon they can get their hands on, and made Toon Lagoon. And boy, wouldn't that have been easier. I mean, they wouldn't have to keep paying royalties to Disney if they got DC, and they would have characters that are actually still being used in pop culture today if they did the Looney Tunes. Not enough about what could have been. We're looking at what the park has now, damn it. This is day 2 of the Florida trip. Oh my god, you guys, it's a new day at the park. I'm so excited, I feel like I'm going to pee. Emily, what's that? What's that?
A little red truck hauling a Christmas tree.
Yeah, right. Little red truck hauling a Christmas tree. The One Piece merch is real. And now it's time for us to start our day at Margaritaville. Waiting to deal with my sister's ticket shenanigans. But sooner or later that's gonna be over and we're gonna head on over to Hulk and just, I don't know, fuck around and see what happens. See, this is Universal, I can swear. We started our day through what is basically just this park's equivalent of Main Street, which has a bunch of cool little shops and knickknacks and no rides, so fuck it. And speaking of rides, we have officially reached our first land, Marvel Superhero Island, where we went on our first ride at the Incredible Hulk Coaster. After the ride, we decided to just walk around the land some more, admiring how 90s at hell it looked, before we got to our next ride, Doctor Doom's Fear Fall. Emily, you know what my favorite location of Marvel Comics is?
What?
Annie Ann's. The comic book land has a comic book store. Hey, Captain America. We then left Marvel for just a little bit in order to head to Toon Lagoon so that we can grab lunch at the Comic Strip Cafe. Give Peabody and Sherman their own ride. We then made our way throughout Toon Lagoon before we got on the Popeye ride. Note to self, never go on a water ride in December. We were gonna go on Dudley Do-Right, but they were closed for the day. God damn it! So we just decided to leave Toon Lagoon, because we basically did all the rides, and went over to Jurassic Park. One of the most common tropes to do at a big e-ticket ride is for something to go horribly wrong. You got something going on nice and smoothly, and then shenanigans happen that puts the audience in danger. I think what works so well about Jurassic Park is that it actually resembles the movie. Yes,
The movie does in fact start off as traditional theme park flair. Like, oh, look at how cool these dinosaurs are. But uh-oh, the dangerous ones are getting loose and they're trying to kill you. And that is very much reflected in this ride. Down to starting off with the pleasant narration, looking at the beautiful dinosaurs, before it's suddenly turning into an escape route because the dinosaurs are loose. The smooth, relaxing boat ride suddenly turns into an intense thrill ride where you are constantly anticipating the T-Rex. And then, boom! There she is in all her beauty, with the biggest water drop in theme park history. Jurassic Park River Adventure is truly a masterpiece of a thrill ride, and it is a damn shame that California doesn't have it anymore. Although one negative I do have with Jurassic Park is that I do think the area could disguise itself a little better.
Yeah, I don't remember there being any castles in Jurassic Park.
We tried doing Velocicoaster, but
Velocicoaster is 2 hours and 40 minutes long with the wait time. Screw that, we're getting fast passes.
and they were out of fast passes. Perfect. Let's just do Spider-Man instead.
R.I.P. Ed Asner.
We then went on Skull Island Reign of Kong.
We got some ancient rocks, ancient dead bodies, ancient fire alarms.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I wasn't completely impressed with this ride the first time I rode it. I mean, the queue was absolutely awesome. I really loved the atmosphere of the queue. But the ride itself, it was kind of just a generic motion simulator ride. Yes, it was cool how you could look at either side and you could see a good bit of the action. But I will admit that it is pretty lame that it's mostly done by screens. But I have to admit, it is 1000% worth it for the Kong animatronic at the end. I mean, this video does not do it justice at all. You have to see it in person. It is awesome. But, yeah, I'd say that Skull Island Reign of Kong isn't necessarily the best motion simulator in the world, but hey, it's a fun one and a decent way to kill some time at the park. We then walked around the Lost Continent for a little bit. We didn't do any of the attractions because they sucked, before we eventually made our way to Hogwarts. And I just gotta say, out of all the areas we've been to so far, Hogwarts easily has to be the most beautifully decorated area for Christmas. The lights are absolutely stunning. Like, I feel like I just walked into a Christmas village, even though I'm at fucking Hogsmeade. The downside was there was too many fucking people there, and this autistic kid was getting overstimulated real fast. But enough of that negative shit. It's time for Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey, which is easily the best ride I have ever been on. I can't believe what the people at Universal were able to accomplish with this ride. They managed to combine the slow smoothness of the Haunted Mansion with the simplicity of a dark ride, with the thrillingness of a roller coaster, and with Kuka Robo arm technology. This is a true marvel in theme park engineering, and it's one of those rides where the story does not matter in the slightest, because if you try to explain it, it doesn't make any sense. Like, why are there elements from all over the series? Why are us muggles suddenly being allowed at Hogwarts? Why are Dementors just kind of here on the Quidditch field? I don't know. But, hey, fuck it. It is a great theme park experience. And I feel like this is the textbook definition on how theme parks are a legitimate art form to themselves and not just blind entertainment. Because the thing about this ride is that you genuinely feel like you are on a broomstick flying. Like, you're not pretending to ride with Harry Potter, but like, no, you are flying when you are on this ride. And it's magic, for lack of a better word. This is genuine magic come to life. And honest to God, no matter how long the wait is for this, it will be worth it, because the ride is just that fucking good. J.K. Rowling can suck my dick, though.
Forbidden Journey, man.
Like I never.
I only waited in line for like 10 minutes because I got in the single rider's line, and it was awesome. I'm about to go on Hypocrite right now. Single rider again. Currently only has a 50-minute wait time, so that's gonna be great. And I'll catch you later. Alright, see. So, Hypocrite. That was fun too. My family decided to ditch me and I ended up riding that one all by myself. Which was fine because it wasn't a long wait. So, I'm gonna head on over to Velocicoaster. Don't know if I'm gonna get to ride it. Maybe because the wait time went down significantly. But we're gonna see how much we can squeeze in before 10 o'clock because 1, that's when the park closes, and 2, we have dinner plans for Margaritaville, so we'll just see what happens. I still haven't even gone to Seuss Landing. Look at how amazing these lights look at night. Yeah, that's sexy. Velocicoaster is too damn long. The single rider's line is at max capacity. There are no express. They're sold out. Fuck it. We're going to Seuss Landing.
However, there was one part of our Harry Potter experience that we kind of neglected to do until just right now. And we figured, why not?
Had to make a pit stop at the Lost Continent, get some butterbeer. Yes, this shit do be bussin'.
But enough of this shit, it's time for Seuss Landing, bitches!
Seuss Landing, let's go!
And out of all of the lands, this one easily had the most beautiful Christmas decorations, which makes sense because one of their most popular IPs is a Christmas IP. I fucking love Seuss Landing, man, and it was a blast to revisit it. We went on the trolley, which was an absolute blast, and we also went on the Cat in the Hat.
Yeah, and for whatever reason, I forgot to record the establishing shot. Afterwards, we wanted to try and get one of the coasters that we knew that we never got to ride before, but sadly, we weren't able to do any of the new stuff that opened since we came. So we just decided to ride Spider-Man one more time, and that was it. We later got dinner at Margaritaville and City Walk, and that was the end of day 2 of the Florida trip. Again, I love Islands of Adventure. The parts of it are so cheap and fun, but Harry Potter is one of easily the most immersive theme park area I've ever been in, and it is utterly insane just how incredible that land really is. But we are far from done with theme parks that are big old mixed bags, because for the next episode, we are going to be taking a deep dive into my day at Epcot. We are finally going to be going to the rides that are in the resort we were staying in. So, I don't know when the Epcot video is going to be out. It'll be out eventually. I don't know, but it'll be out eventually. But please, do make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe, and ring that bell to be notified on when that Epcot video eventually comes out. But until then, I will see you later. Bye!